Good afternoon. Last night at the Celina Board of Education meeting, the board did approve a 7.9 mil levy, which will then go before the voters on March 17th, 2020. After the levy is passed, Celina City Schools will move forward with building a pre-K through 4 building onto the current 5-6 building, which is the intermediate school. Following that, the second phase would be to demolish the Celina Elementary and the Celina Primary buildings. We would then build a new 7 through 12 building on the site of the primary building. These buildings would include 2 gymnasiums each that would give plenty of room for activities to happen for practices and also for phys ed. This process for the board actually began a year and a half ago, and we put out a survey. We received 1,400 responses. Following that, we did hold 5 public community meetings where we listened to the input of different community members to see what they would like to see as the district moved forward. Following those meetings, we were able to come up with a plan that we felt best fit the city of Celina and Celina City Schools. We see this going together certainly with the local economy status and the progressive nature that we've seen here in the Celina area over the last several years. We see new schools as certainly fitting right in with that. We are looking to see the new school buildings being attractive to families as they consider moving their families to the Celina community, not only for work, but also for the school features that Celina has to offer. With this decision by the Board of Education, there certainly will be upgrades in the district. Talking about ADA accessibility, the accessibility issues from the American Disabilities Act has certainly helped all of us, not just those with disabilities. The new pre-K through 6 building would have an accessible playground for students to utilize. We are also looking at doing an upgrade for more efficient heating of all the buildings. Along with that upgrade would also involve air conditioning all the buildings, which would certainly improve the environment for student learning. The new school buildings would include storm shelters, which we here in Celina certainly see the value of after the storms that we've had over the last several years. There is a high cost of maintenance for the old buildings, so we certainly see having new buildings to reduce those costs. Along with the levy, there is a 0.5 maintenance piece built into that levy, so we can maintain those new buildings once they are up. The infrastructure of the old buildings, the wiring, the plumbing, the pieces of the old building that were set up for the new technology that we have here in the 21st century, that certainly is an area that we can upgrade. And through that upgrade, it will help as we prepare students for their careers beyond the schools. Much has been said over the years about the number of transitions our students go through. When they transition from the primary to the elementary, to the intermediate, to the middle school, to the high school, we're looking at 4 different transitions. That can certainly affect a student, getting them to be prepared and getting them to feel welcome and at home in the new buildings. With 2 school buildings, there will only be 1 transition, which will make it a much smoother process for students. We were so thankful that the voters approved the new TriStar facility that opened up this year. The students were so prideful of their new building, they continued to say thank you to the teachers and the administrators when they came in and got to have that new experience over those first 2 weeks, and now that has continued this school year. They are certainly enjoying that new school facility, and we're looking for the same thing to happen for the rest of the students, all the students that attend Celina City Schools. We envision the continued economic development which has been realized in our community. Our school should reflect our progressive community. To sustain the industrial and business development in our community, we need to offer learning conducive buildings which are healthier and have improved safety features. These new facilities will help to make Celina an attractive choice for families considering working and living here. Thank you for being interested in Celina City Schools and gaining all the information you can in regards to this levy. We certainly want your vote to be included on March 17th, 2020.